Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours, and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Back to action here. Wolverines up 7-2. Nice dig by Kostenbader. Clark tracks it down. Minion off the net, but gets a nice swing. Wilson lays it in front of Kostenbader, and now it's 8-2 Western Hills. Emmons pushed it over. Wilson swings hard, but Clark digs it up. Nice up there by Barker for the Wolverines. Kostenbader to Clark, goes the middle to Jenna, but it's dug up nicely by Western Hills. Schaus in the corner, bumped up. Sparrow sets Minion. Wolverines go over on two, and thought somebody's in the net there, but no call. And what do we call here? Okay, there. Wilson was in the net, but apparently the ball was already down. So, Coach Brown calls another timeout. We'll take it with them. This is Anderson County Sports TV. Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
All right, there you see it. 9 serving 2 here in the first set. Clark takes it over on 2, but it's dug up by the Wolverines. Minion over on the strong side. Mellon pushes it over for Western Hills. Clark back set here to Emmons, but she wasn't quite ready for it. And this time, nice dig by Smith and Clark, but unable for Sparrow to track it down. Sparrow, they get a nice set to the middle hitter there, and she puts it down. So the Bearcats finally break the Wolverine serve. Now we've got Jennifer Lee serving, the libero for Anderson County. She hits it deep, and they set Schaus over on the strong side. Minion bump sets Kostenbader. She rolls it, and the Wolverines are able to recover. Clark to Emmons in the middle now. Wilson hits it long. Good volley there for Anderson County. 4 serving 10. Clark hits Kostenbader on the outside, and she drops it in there. Good up there by Smith to save that rally. Kostenbader off the hands, dug up by Taylor. Kennedy over to Wilson. She hits it hard, and the Wolverines get the point. Fernanda Fuentes checks in for the Wolverines. And McKinley Sloan comes in to serve. Kostenbader, high hands. Minion, dug up by Sloan. Schaus to Lee. Clark, back set to Emmons, but it never cleared. Emmons to Clark, back to Emmons. She sends it deep. Kennedy sets Wilson. You really got to have a block on Wilson because she will rear back and smack that ball. We're going to have a sub come in here for the Bearcats. This is going to be Zoe Hayes. She's going to replace the Minion. Zoe's a sophomore. So sophomore for a freshman. Jennifer Lee, nice pass here. Kostenbader with the swing. Sloan ups it. Back row hit by Barker. They go weak side to Emmons, and she puts it in there. All right, Sloan comes back out of the game, and Mellon out of the game for the Wolverines, and we've got Lexi Taylor back in as the libero, and I don't know who came in for Mellon exactly. Quick hit there by Schaus, and that's, the Wolverines saved that one. It was going to go out. Bump set to Schaus. Lee pulls it back in. Taylor, Kennedy. Nice dig there by Jennifer Lee. The Wolverines have a really nice play where they'll they'll send two hitters to the net, and the setter will pick one, and as a blocker you won't know which one to go towards. Outside to Kostenbader, up by Barker. Kennedy goes to Wilson again, and that's off the block and in. For the Wolverines. Now I've already had the Wolverines at 13. Oh, there we go. Now they added up to 14. They're just a little slow on the scoreboard. That one never cleared. It was blocked, but the net blocked most of it. It never got above the net, so 15-6. Bearcats have been behind except for a 1-0 score. And I think it was tied 2-2. Other than that, it's been Western Hills. Clark tried to push it over on two, was blocked by Fuentes. There's that little fake they run again. But the Bearcats did a good job of picking it up. And swing by Hayes, but the Wolverines pick that up, and Barker puts it down. Wolverines are a senior-laden team. Of the 10 regulars, 5 of them are seniors, and they're going to call Clark, I think, into the net. Nope, they're going to call it with a double contact. Wow, I didn't see that so much, but anyway, the Bearcats really only have 2 seniors, and one of them's not even here. So the only senior they have on the court is Paige Smith. Anna Grace couldn't make it tonight. Fuentes. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Ryan Brown kind of arguing with his point that first hit just kind of rolled up their arm, and that would be a carry. But the refs did not see it that way apparently. Either they didn't see it or they didn't see it that way. I don't know. I'm in agreement with Coach Brown. Smith to Clark. Custom Bader on the outside. Off the hands. Dug up by Taylor. And Fuentes into the net. I forgot to give a point there to the Wolverines, so it is 7-19 at the moment here in set one. Since this is that's short, unfortunate. Since this is not a district game, I don't know if they'll go 3 out of 5 or 2 out of 3 tonight. The schools are so close. Other than Frankfort High, Anderson County is the closest team to Western Hills. That's going to be tight. Costenbader tried to roll it off Fuentes' arm, but Fernanda was there. Minion is going to come back in for Hayes here. Without Morgan Wells and Anna Grace, the Bearcats are they're really going to have to find something. And I mean, shoot, even if Anna Grace McGregor and Morgan were here, it would still be a tough row to hoe against this Lady Wolverine squad. Schaus, short serve, and oh wow, Paige Smith able to knock it over. That's a good play by Clark, I think, to pull it out of the net and send it backwards so a teammate could hit it. Emmons ups it. Smith, good swing, but Schaus plays it. Barker drops it in front of Minion and Lee. 23-7 here in set one. Nikki Schaus will serve it up for Western Hills. She's a junior, if I'm not mistaken. One of the better all-around players in this area, in my maybe somewhat biased opinion. Smith drops it in there for the Bearcats. And we've got Lee, the libero, coming in. Costenbader serves, but she serves into the net. I think that's 2 net serves for the Bearcats. And now this is set point for Western Hills, 24-8. And that's out of bounds. Well, the Bearcats, all they need is a 15-point run. It's not impossible, but it is improbable, and that serve is long. And the Lady Wolverines take the first one, 25-9. We'll be back with set 2 right after this. Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Miss Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Hey folks, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Ideal Roofing. If you're in the need for a roof or a gutter or a skylight, anything of that nature, please give Todd Gravitt a call, 502-320-8473. Back to action here. This is set 2. The Wolverines won handily in set 1. Lee with a good up. Clark gives the Wolverines a free ball, and there's that little fade there, or fake. I'm sure it's got a name, but I can't think what it's called. But they send Mellon to the net first, but Schaus does not set her, instead sets Wilson on the outside, and we got a little bit of trash on the floor. Coach Brown was picking that up, a water bottle. 1 serving 0 here in set 2. One to one as Clark goes back. Jump serve up by Barker. Kennedy with the swing. Kostenbader with the bump. And they set Paige Smith on the outside. But the Wolverines dig it up. And oh, good dig there by Kostenbader. Emms pushes it over. We're going to set Kennedy here on the weak side. And the Bearcats set Smith, but she got net blocked, as they say. 2 to 1 here in set number 2. And Kennedy ties it up with her serve into the net. Wasn't really much of a problem until the last of the first set, when Anderson County hit 2, maybe 3 into the net. I think Western Hills didn't have any service errors. Schaus tools it off the block of the Bearcats. McKinley Sloan will check in for Western Hills. She will serve. Her team leads 3-2. And that is hit too strong, and we've got a new player there in for the Bearcats, and I didn't catch them coming into the game. Nor do I have a 10 on my roster. So my apologies to number 10 for Anderson County. Oh, that may have been out, but Smith hits it. 4 serving 3 now. Fuente's in the game for Western Hills. Clark sets. Oh, that's got to be a push. No call, but it went down anyway, so Anderson County gets the point, ties it up 4-4. Emmons will serve in the middle of the back row. Kennedy bump sets Schaus. Smith. And this is at number 10 swinging here. That's not bad. Gets it to the back row. Jennifer Lee, nice up. They're going to set 10 again, and she hits it just long. Nikki Schaus serve it for the Wolverines. Emmons mishandles that serve. Not a mishandle and a violation, but it's not what they wanted to do. And unfortunately, the Bearcats had to send a free ball over the net to Western Hills, and you just can't do that very often without them putting it down. 6-4. This is about the time where the wheels started to fall off last game. Kostenbader drops it in that back line. Taylor Hicks. That's who it is. That's who number 10 is. Another free ball as Taylor pushes it over. Oh, that's a good swing by somebody. I don't know who that was. It was, we want to say Barker. It's now 8-5. I'm a little bit behind in my score keeping. Sorry, guys. Doing the best I can here. One-man band tonight with technical issues. Kostenbader. That was a nice play. Hitting weak side, but almost kind of hitting middle there. Drops it in. That back near corner. Nice swing. See Kostenbader, she does a good job getting on top of the ball. As you can see there, she's not the tallest person on the floor, but she's got a little bit of hops and can put some top spin to get that ball to bend down and fall in there. Barker tried to tip it over, picked up nicely by Lee. Smith. Schaus digs it up. Lee hits it again, but the Bearcats unable to track that one down. All right, we had Kaylee Kurtzinger in there just for a little bit. Sparrow tried to tip it over. Schaus pushes it back on too quickly. Smith swings. Taylor bumps it up and gets the set from Schaus, and that time the Bearcats had it surrounded, but nobody able to hit it up. 10 serving 6. Nice set here to Sparrow. Dug up though by Taylor. Schaus punches it over. And Paige Smith pokes it over. And this time Paige Smith rolls it over. And Taylor will swing. Kostenbader. Oh, it's going to be tight. But Mellon bites on it and hits it out of bounds. It's going to, oh. I don't know what the call was there, but they are saying Western Hills got the point, and Coach Brown is not arguing too much, so I don't know what that was. I really don't. I can't imagine what they did wrong unless a back row player hit it. Well, there she bumped it up. Good dig by Kostenbader. Clark with a nice tip. But they're going to say Wilson was into the net for the Wolverines, so it'll go to Anderson County. 7-11. Kennedy with the swing. Paige Smith. Barker gets it up. Wilson pokes it over. This is a nice swing by Emmons for the Bearcats. Good dig by Kostenbader, but confusion as to who was supposed to set the ball. Clark sets Sparrow in the middle. She puts it down. Kennedy didn't have enough time to react to that hit. Eight to 12 is Paige Smith, the only senior for Anderson County here tonight. Unfortunately, hits it below the net. I hope I didn't jinx her. McKinley Sloan comes in to serve. She's the lefty, which you can't see here, but trust me, she's left-handed. I can see her. And that was blocked. Not sure who got it, Fuente or Wilson. One of the two. 14-8. And that's Fuentes again with the block. Nice approach by Jenna Sparrow. Good swing, but Fuentes was just camped out waiting on her. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Fuentes is fairly young, like maybe a sophomore, maybe. Emmons off of high hands. Fuentes jumped a little too early. Emmons, or Clark rather, puts it over. Wilson rolls it. Don't see that very often. Schaus bumps up. Sparrow's hit. A lot of good volleys tonight. I mean, there's, it's just been, hard hits and good digs. You see that? That was a nice play by Paige Smith, and both teams doing a good job of just getting the ball up. Oh, in fact, some of the points are scored on hits like that, where there's just a little bit of confusion as to whose ball it is. But they are digging the spikes. And this time Sloan hits into the net. That net serve is contagious. The Bearcats trail 9-16, although, you think, well, it's not very good, but it's more points than they scored all the last game, so some improvement. Clark bumps it up. Emmons must be the backup setter. She sets Clark in the back row. Good swing, but dug up by the Wolverines. And There again, I think neither Clark nor Emmons made a move for the ball, and Costenbader just did what she could to get it up. We've got Hicks back in there for Anderson County. It's 17-9. I'm a little bit late in updating my score here. Costenbader puts it down. And the Lady Bearcats have finally broken double digits. We have some subs coming in here for the Wolverines. Amelia Wilson comes out, and Jasmine Moore comes in. Another point for the Lady Bearcats. 11-17, and Coach Brown still has both of his timeouts. Emmons serves it. Moore bumps it up. Kennedy bump sets Schaus in the back row. Emmons bumps it up for the Bearcats. Taylor Hicks with the swing. Little chicken wing there by Western Hills, and Moore hits it out. So, wouldn't surprise me a little bit if the Bearcats score one more for Coach Christy Buffenmeyer, the coach at Western Hills, to call timeout. Buffenmeyer has been the head coach at Western Hills for 25 years. And this is her last. She's already announced that she's hanging it up. There's that fade again, but the Bearcats did a good job picking it up. It looks pretty, but Anderson County is doing a good job reading that. That was out. No touch. Thought there might have been a touch there, but. So it's 18-12. Smart hit by Costenbader. Taylor Hicks stays in the game. She'll serve it up for the Bearcats. Schaus sets Kennedy. You know, Western Hills might be running a 6-2 with Kennedy and Schaus as the setters. I hadn't really noticed, but one of those two is always setting the ball, but they're not direct opposites of one another, and neither one of them actually come out of the game. So Schaus, nice swing there by Barker. Lexi Taylor, the libero, will serve it up. And she's caught the fever. The net serve fever. All right, Kurt Singer comes into the game. And Lee the libero comes back in. And for Western Hills, for the first time, we see a tall drink of water. Allie Dick, wearing a number 27. Bearcats score again. They're not out of this thing, folks. One more point, they will have doubled their score from last game, so they are improving. Kurt Singer. Dick bumps it up, and she gets the set and drops it in there for the Wolverines. Let's see if she stays in to serve. Does she? No. Kurtzinger comes out for the Wolverines, however, and Costenbader comes back in. Or for the Bearcats, I mean. Costenbader to Clark. And Sparrow hits it off the block. Point for the Lady Bearcats. And Dick comes back out of the game now, replaced by Barker. I think Allie Dick is pretty young too. I mean, she's at least 6 feet tall, and maybe just a freshman. Nice roll shot there by Kennedy. She's one of the seniors, and she is highly skilled. Highly skilled. A lot of good volleyball IQ. Maybe could play at the next level, perhaps. And Wilson hits it hard. 23-16. The sad part about this is that, you know, the Bearcats are losing, but they're playing them a lot tighter than Franklin County did. And Franklin County beat the Bearcats at Anderson County 3-1. I'll bet if we played that match over again, we may have a different result. All right, set point now here. We've got Lexi Taylor coming back in, replacing the libero at middle back. Emmons ups it. Clark. Emmons gets the set. She puts it up. Taylor digs it up. Now Clark will swing from the back row. Nice hit by Kaylee Clark. Keeps the Bearcats alive. 17-24, where the last game they had to get, I think, 15 points to stay in the game. This time, they just need 7. But still, that's not improbable. But not impossible, but improbable. Shouse goes line, and the Wolverines win again. We'll step aside for the word from our sponsors. And first, let me say that Ideal Roofing is one of our sponsors. They do chimneys and gutters and roofs, of course, skylights. If you're in the need of any of those services, please give Todd Gravitt a call, 502-320-8473, and they give free estimates. We'll be back with the third set right after this on Anderson County Sports TV.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours, and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All right, we're back here for the third and final set. Anderson County gets the first one. First point, that is. And that's just a little bit too long. Just a little bit. Lee bumps it over for Bearcats. Wilson hits it hard. It may have been long, but I'm not sure Cossenbader could get out of the way. Two to one. Western Hills. Minion comes in for Emmons, and Barker hits it into the net. And that ties us up. Paige Smith serving now for Anderson County. That one also may have been going out. Savannah Kennedy, nice serve, drops it in there in front of Cossenbader. Emmons replacing Sakira Minion, the freshman. And that's right on the line. Hicks, I think, thought it was going to go out, and it may have been curving that way, but it curved back in. Cossenbader to Clark. Emmons with the swing, and it's down in front of Lexi Taylor. You see Coach Buffenmeyer there giving some instruction to some of her players on the block, and Barker muffs that one. And the Bearcats only trail by one, 4-5. Jennifer Lee, nice deep serve. Kennedy over to Schaus, dug up by Clark. She wanted it back, but she didn't get it. They set Hicks instead, and that was Wilson with the kill for the Lady Wolverines. Fuentes comes back in as Taylor comes out, the libero, and McKinley Sloan, the left-hander there. You can see her serve left-handed. She's in the game. Nice pass there. Cossenbader, nice cut by Sierra. Sloan serve, short-lived. Lexi Taylor back into the game. Emmons back to serve for the Lady Bearcats. Barker bumps it up. Kennedy sets the libero. Emmons, and I guess she was into the net. That pass just a little bit tight for her. And Western Hills take a 7-5 lead. Looks like Emmons is going to be serving right now. Give Clark a chance to hit the ball some. Dug up there by Wilson, I believe. Emmons and Lee hits it. Almost caught the Wolverines off guard there, but they recover and then spike it into the net. 6 serving 7. Kennedy tried to go over on 2, but Anderson County, oh, that's going to be 4. Yep. First hit was not a block. So can't do that. Blocks don't count as hits. You still have 3 after the block, but that first one was not a block. Clark tips it over. Schaus will set Barker. Oh, nice chicken wing there by Jennifer Lee. Barker, and that's Hicks that dug it up. Emmons gives him a free ball. Taylor to Schaus to Kennedy. Emmons, now Clark's setting as Paige Smith swings. And, oh, good play there by Kostenbader, but she hits it out of bounds. Good volley, but the Lady Wolverines come away with the point. We're going to set Jennifer Lee. She hits it deep, but it's picked up by Taylor of Western Hills. That never cleared. That'll be a point for the Bearcats. And we've got Kurtzinger into the game now for Sierra Kostenbader. Kurtzinger will swing. Kennedy bumps it up, gets the set from Schaus. But it's played nicely by the Lady Bearcats. And now Kennedy will set Schaus. Fuentes try to put it down, but Anderson County picks it up. Good volley here. Oh, Fuentes dinks it over in that corner. Smart play, I'll have to say. Ten serving 7. Emmons to Clark off the net and then in the net. Bearcats need to win this set or the contest is over. Taylor serves. Emmons tried to set Clark, but it was behind her and Kaylee hits it into the net. Smith bump sets Emmons. She rolls it. Schaus to Kennedy to Barker. Puts it down in front of Lee. Lee was expecting it to be hit a little bit deeper than that. But Barker got on top of it, puts it down. Kostenbader overpasses. Picked up though by Anderson County, but they overpass again, and this time Mellon dinks it to her left. 14-7. Lee, Clark, nice bump set to Sparrow and high hands. She gets it down. Eight 14. As Kaylee serves it. Schaus to Barker, and that drops in front of Kostenbader. Alexa Barker, I also think she might be one of the seniors. I'm not really sure. But. And that one just falls off the table in front of Jennifer Lee. And the Wolverines have doubled the Bearcats' score here. As good as the Wolverines are, believe it or not, they are second in their district. Woodford County, of course, moved a nice swing by Jenna Sparrow there, tooling it off the block. But as you know, Woodford County moved over to the 30th district with Anderson County, and their first place, undefeated, I think. Well, Great Crossing, the new school in Scott County, comes right in and kind of takes up where Woodford County left off. They're They're the first place team in the 41st district now, so Western Hills will probably get the second seed. And they will probably play Franklin County, a team they have played and defeated twice already this year. (10-16) as Paige Smith serves it up. And Wolverines let that one fall. Out. Savannah. Kennedy with the serve. Smith with the swing, I believe it was. Now Clark will roll it over. Oh, Wilson. She hit it hard, but she did not get on top of it. And that goes off the back wall with a thud. Kurtzinger, or no, excuse me, I think it was Hicks maybe. We got a double contact. I've now got Kurtzinger and Hicks confused. And they take it over on two. Kennedy catches the Bearcats flat-footed. Sloan comes in as the Wolverines lead 18-12. I'm behind on both scores. That's out. Just barely. Nice play by Wilson of Western Hills there. Emmons puts it down for the Bearcats. Good serve. Bearcats are getting a little better each game here tonight, but is it going to be too little too late? Taylor bumps it up for Western Hills. Fuentes, oh, gets the kind roll. Bader punches it over, but Taylor does a good job picking it up. Emmons sends it to the back corner, but Taylor picks that up as well, and Schaus with the hit. And now here we go with Clark rolling it for the Bearcats. Kennedy to Barker. Emmons gets it up. Clark sets Lee. Lee rolls it. Kennedy to Fuentes, and she tips it in there, right on the line. Bearcats played that a little better than they have the past couple of dinks. And probably thought it was out. All right, this game is almost out of reach, 22-14, but the Bearcats can at least make them earn it. They set Clark, nice swing, but the Wolverines, they've just got the good reaction time. And the thing that I noticed when they played Franklin County is that they are able to hit strike a pretty good ball even off of a bad set. They would get bad sets sometimes, but they still could get kills off of them. Good up by Smith there. Western Hills seems to have, this is a great volley here, by the way. They've done a great job by recognizing in volleyball, one of the most important things is that first ball, get it up in the air. Give your team a chance. And the Bearcats doing a pretty good job of that too. And that is, that was going to be a point anyway. They say Emmons was in the net, but Fuentes had it down anyway. Wilson serves for match point. Smith to Emmons to Clark. Nice healthy swing, and Lexi Taylor mad at herself. She hit the ball with the bottom side of her arm, not the top side, and it goes straight into the ground. So the Wolverines are at match point again. Anderson County has to score 9 points to keep this game going, but as you can see right there, it falls right in there. And Western Hills beats the Lady Bearcats tonight 3-0. The last one was 25-15. We want to thank our sponsors, Century Bank and Ideal Roofing, Hurricane Bay Car Wash, and of course Anderson Apothecary. And we want to thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We're going to try to do the football game from Bourbon County on Friday night, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching Anderson County Sports TV.